Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a genuinely profound framework for finding deeper meanings simply by stripping away the excess in our lives. We're constantly told that success is all about adding more money, more friends, more achievements. But the source material we're looking at today argues the exact opposite. What if true clarity actually comes from what we choose to remove? Let's get right into it.
Okay, so let's kick things off with a classic concept you might have heard before, the idea that we all have two wolves inside of us, a good one and a bad one. It's kind of the ultimate metaphor for human nature, right? Inside every single one of us, there's this relentless, constant battle for our attention, our habits, and our energy. And the undeniable truth here, both of these wolves are hungry. They both want to eat.
Now, here's the kicker. You don't have to be perfect. You really just have to be intentional. Since both wolves want to eat, the real secret to self-mastery is simply choosing to feed the good one just a little bit more than the other. It's all about those daily, seemingly microscopic choices that, over time, completely tip the scales in favor of the good wolf.
All right, moving on to section 1, happiness versus joy.
So we often fall into this incredibly fragile results-based trap, right? Where happiness is just an emotional response to an outcome. It's a total if-then cause-and-effect trap. If I win, then I'll be happy. But the problem is we immediately raise the bar every time we succeed. So that kind of outcome-reliant happiness, it's just completely unsustainable. Now, joy, on the other hand, joy isn't a response to a result at all. It's a constant. It's process-driven. It's that unwavering feeling we get from simply doing what we are fashioned to do, totally regardless of the outcome.
Take a look at this quote. It perfectly illustrates the point through a Hollywood lens. When the daily labor itself becomes the actual reward, rather than waiting for that box office outcome, true success just inevitably follows. As soon as the focus shifted from, man, I need this film to be a massive hit, to finding absolute joy in the daily grind of making the movie, well, that's when the external accolades poured in. Joy is always under construction. It's alive and well in the doing.
Which brings us to section 2, defining your own success. You've got to define your own personal pillars. We're talking about things like fatherhood, being a good spouse, your health, mind, body, and spirit, your career, and your friendships. So why is it absolutely crucial to actually name these out loud? Well, because if you don't take a daily tally and actively maintain them, they're going to go bankrupt. Seriously, one of them will dip way too deep into the red and just fail. You have to explicitly define what success looks like for you before you can put in the hard work to maintain it.
You've really got to ask yourself, what are the core things you're willing to fight for and protect without jeopardizing your soul? Basically, what is your hill? Look, life is not a popularity contest. You have to be brave enough to take the hill. But first, you literally must define which hill is actually yours. Prioritize who you want to be, and absolutely refuse to spend time with anything that antagonizes your character.
That leads us right into section 3, the process of elimination.
So the easiest first step here is to aggressively cut out the people who antagonize our character. Come on, we all know that specific group of friends, right? The ones who just love the drama but conveniently disappear into thin air when you need a hand moving a couch. You've got to stop giving them your time and energy. Just put them down. Next up, we drop the environments that drain our energy and set us back. Think about that specific place in your life. Maybe it's a toxic work environment, or maybe it's literally just that local bar that always seems to guarantee the absolute worst hangover, whether physical or emotional. You just have to stop walking through those doors.
Then we've got to tackle the digital crutches that keep us locked away from engaging with the real world. That glowing screen, it is so incredibly effective at giving us a built-in excuse to just not leave the house. It's a massive barrier to real human interaction, and it needs to be systematically dismantled.
And finally, we stop consuming the literal and metaphorical Kool-Aid. You know, the stuff that tastes absolutely great today, but totally gives us cavities tomorrow. We all make those choices that give us instant gratification, but then leave us feeling utterly lethargic and just terrible the whole next week. We have to ruthlessly cut those out.
So, when you actually execute this process of elimination, something truly profound happens. Finding yourself by ruthlessly eliminating who you are not and decreasing your options. By cutting out these excess distractions, the who's, the where's, the what's that pull you away from your true identity, you will accidentally and innocently put exactly what is most important right in front of your face. Honestly, having too many options will make a tyrant of us all. Decrease your options and you'll find yourself exactly where you need to be.
Moving right along to section 4, voluntary obligations.
Look at the stark difference here between societal laws and personal protocols. Societal expectations, those are policed by others. We're talking about things like driving safely to lower your insurance rates or following the law just to avoid jail time. But your personal protocols, your voluntary obligations, things like faith-based commitments or private counsel, those are the you versus you secrets that only you can enforce. Nobody is going to throw you a parade when you abide by them, and nobody is going to arrest you when you break them.
There is such a powerful truth in this quote. An honest man's pillow is his peace of mind. Because, hey, no matter who is in your bed, we all sleep alone. These voluntary obligations are your personal Jiminy Crickets. And let me tell you, there aren't enough cops in the entire world to police your own conscience. It is entirely on you.
And that brings us to our final part, Section 5, Immortal Finish Lines.
By following these 3 specific steps, you completely change the game. Step 1. You have to set destinations that are completely beyond measurement. Step 2. Ensure your reach continually exceeds your grasp. And Step 3. Always, always play like an underdog. You need to take the lid off those man-made routes and the artificial ceilings we put above ourselves. When you do this, the race is never over. The journey has no final port, and the adventure literally never ends because you're always simply on the way. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this. Strip away the excess, ruthlessly eliminate what you are not, and really ask yourself, once all that noise is finally gone, what infinite journey are you ready to begin today? What is your immortal finish line? Thanks so much for joining me to explore this incredible framework, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.